It's just about 4 days out from Super Bowl 59 with the Eagles versus the Chiefs, and obviously the Seahawks aren't in it. But who cares who's winning because there's food to eat, right? To that end, New Day's Derek Price is here to share a riff on a bowl of Sloppy Joes.
Yeah.
Makes me immediately want to start singing that SNL Sloppy Joes, but you haven't seen it, so we'll keep going. Why did you choose this dish?
Well, I love Sloppy Joes, but Sloppy Joes have to be ate over a plate and kind of at a table. It's kind of a messy little thing. I wanted it a little handheld so I'm usually standing and cheering and screaming at the TV. So I needed something that was a little bit more portable. So we went with Sloppy Joe cups.
They're adorable. I can't wait. Okay, so you've already started. Tell me what you've done to prep this first.
All right, so we've sauteed onion, 2 carrots, and a bell pepper. And then I browned some ground beef.
Okay.
And I also made lentils, red lentils.
And why lentils?
Well, I'm trying to get healthy food into my family. That's my kid and the kid's grandparents. His parents do not eat enough vegetables.
Called out. Everyone's called out.
So we're trying to do this with this little dish.
Okay.
All right. So since I've got all that stuff made, we're going to add. So if you can add that, I'll add the lentils.
All these veggies look so good. And I kind of throw it all into one pot and stir it. That's my kind of cooking right there.
And then most of the time of this cooking is spent chopping those vegetables.
True.
So it's not too hard. All right.
You need a spatula?
Yeah, let's give it a little stir.
You're like, get to work.
Yep. And I'll make a little bit easy.
What's
this is tomato sauce.
Okay.
We're gonna get that going.
Wearing white today was a choice that I made for Sloppy Joes, but we're gonna try to not splatter. How long would you heat something like this up to for?
I usually like to cook it for at least 35 minutes to an hour, but if you can get it a little bit longer on a nice little slow heat with a nice little simmer, the flavors are gonna meld just a little bit better.
And what did you just put in there? That was barbecue sauce,
This is barbecue sauce.
Okay.
This adds a little bit of the tang to it. It needs salt. I'm not a huge fan of just going with salt. Soy sauce is a good way to add some salt and some extra flavor. So we're just gonna give a little soy.
Yum. This is already looking really flavorful and colorful in here. Not like your typical Sloppy Joes that I feel like are made with ketchup or something.
Or out of a can, as some of the people back here in the staff. I'm looking at you.
Manwich or whatever it's called, right? Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go black pepper.
Okay, a little more seasoning.
I like to eyeball stuff. It's just been, I taste as I go and then start going. All right. And then if you can go with the Worcester.
Oh, okay.
Just
a little, again?
A splash.
Just a splash?
Yeah,
okay.
That's good. Liquid smoke, secret ingredient.
I've never seen this before.
Just a drop.
Oh.
If you go more, this can overpower a dish really quickly. So just
I'm really glad. Too much?
There we go. No, we're
good. Okay.
All right. Okay.
We're in here. Wow, that's giving it some smells.
Yep, so we've got this all mixed up. We're just gonna let it cook. If I add some other things that aren't in the QR code, like a little bit of cumin, maybe we've got some garlic powder at home that we want. Don't forget the chili powder.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
we're bringing the heat. And then you assemble this. And so what do you use with the assembly? Some dough, right?
So this is good old Pillsbury.
Woo!
Right. And to do that, we're gonna let this simmer. We'll cover this up.
Yeah, and then it would look like something like that.
Yeah, once it gets kind of cooked down a little bit, we get into this. All right, so we're gonna add just a little bit.
Okay, don't overpower it too much.
No, because we got to add more cheese. We've got to add a little bit of onion. So you got.
How long would you cook this for, too?
I'm cooking this 20 minutes, and then I'm adding cheese.
Yum, and the onions.
And onion at the top or at the end.
But this is some of our examples, the final product. So I'm going to taste test while you're doing that. Well, you tell me too what beer you like to pair this with as well.
All right. Well, because I make this a little bit spicy. A good lager always goes well, and I always, we stay semi-local Rainiers for those. Especially if you're at a Super Bowl party, you're going to need more than one.
Derek, this is fantastic. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad you like it.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, cheers. And I can see that you're going to vote for the Eagles there is what I think is happening. But we'll see what happens.
The New Day Northwest Kitchen is brought to you by Safeway.